So just setting up the recording, which is done. So thanks for joining me, guys. I thought we would just have a lesson where we just slow down a bit. We've obviously been cracking through all the vector stuff at a real pace, one lesson after another, and it's hard to keep up. So, and in particular, I thought the way that Hegarty required you to specifically to give your answers for that last thing we did, that Hegarty 634, it made it very difficult to get 100%, even if you knew exactly what you were doing. So, some of you did, about half a dozen of you got 100%, so very well done. But I just want to give the others of you a chance to think about it a bit more and see if you can improve on your marks. So the plan for today is, if you haven't already got 100%, I want you trying to improve your Hegarty score from 634. If you've already got 100% on that and haven't got 100% in all the other vectors ones, can you just go back and revisit those? If you've got 100% in all of those, perhaps just go back and look at any other Hegartys that you haven't had a chance to do yet, or you didn't get 100%. And then after that, it's just really just want you to have a look at some of the extension work, please. So that could be the previous tests we've had this year, where I've just really set them up as a revision exercise. So they're there sitting as assignments if you want to just remind yourself of what we did earlier in the year. And then, as I've said to you a few times, we've also got the Corbett Maths GCSE to look at, which I haven't set up as assignments. You dot around that as you see fit. What areas do you think you're weak at? And then if you want to do something harder, then we do have those Corbett Maths further maths options, which I am controlling through assignments. Okay, so what I want to do before I leave you is just clarify exactly what Mr. Hegarty was requiring you to do for 634. So what I've got here on the left is really how I was leaving the answer when I explained it to you last time. So say, for example, we've got an answer of a minus 3 over 2b. Okay, now what Mr. Hegarty wanted you to do is really to always have in the bracket something which has got whole numbers. So multiples of something with a whole lot of a's and a whole lot of b's. So in this situation here, where we had a minus 3 over 2b, for example, he wanted you to undo this half. So he wanted you to go and take half outside the bracket, open up your bracket, and then really factorize in order to get back to your current answer. So obviously, if we've taken a half outside, we need it to be 2a, because half of 2a is a. Get the sign right, it's a minus. Then a half times what gives us 3 over 2b, that would be 3b. So it may be that you were stopping at that point, and quite understandably so, as really that's what I'd suggested you did. Whereas Mr. Hegarty's answers, obviously once it's something you've got to type in, there's not much flexibility into what the computer program can recognize. So that's how it needed the answer. Now, even more attention to detail was required if, say, your answer had been minus a plus 3 over 2b. Now, he doesn't like it to be a minus first. So if you've got a situation where you've got minus a's and plus b's, as a starting point, he just wanted you to reverse that round the other way round. So he wanted you putting the b's before the a's. Okay, so we've just literally written those two terms the other way around. And then, just like on the left-hand side, he doesn't like there being a half as part of your bit in the brackets. So you were then having to go and factorize this line here. So taking out a half, opening your bracket, half times 3b is 3 over 2b. Get the sign right. Half lots of 2a is a. So I just, and I think what he's doing, I think it's a good thing. I think when you want to go on in your GCSE to prove that vectors are on a straight line, or you want to prove that they're parallel, so they've got to be multiples of the same vector, it's nice that that same vector, the bit in the brackets, is sort of whole number stuff. I think that makes a lot of sense, because it's then clear to see the relationship between the two parallel lines, or the two parts of the vector that form the straight line. So that was it, guys. I would be interested if any of you felt there was some flexibility in the Hegarty answers, and you were sometimes getting it marked right, even though it wasn't exactly the answer that he wanted. Has anybody got any feedback on that, or were you finding it was frustrating and you were having to get it exactly right? So you were having to get it exactly like these at the bottom. Anyone got any thoughts on that? Particularly any of you who got 100%, were you finding you will have to, do you agree with what I've just said? Anyone? Okay. That's fine. I think that will be it then, please. So please, can you just go away and spend this lesson just working through that list of what's outstanding. So, you know, so work through the order of what I suggested on that slide there. Thanks, guys. That's it. I don't see you again now until Wednesday when we get back on track and have a normal lesson. Okay, bye, everyone.
Mr. Withers?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm not here on Thursday.
Okay, how come?
I'm at school doing art.
School arts. Okay, not to worry. That's no problem at all.
I think there might be a couple of us.
That's okay. That's fine. I'll bear that in mind. Yes, that's fine. I mean, everything's recorded anyway, but obviously, I don't expect you to. I don't want you stressing about not keeping up. If you just get a little bit behind, that's absolutely fine.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for letting me know.
Goodbye.
Okay. Bye. Bye, guys.